Why do swimming pools break all the time? I don't think they break all of the time, but I totally get how you could have that opinion and it could have that appearance that pools break all the time. First of all, if a pool breaks and it's one of those worst case scenarios, oh boy, it can be so expensive. It can be so expensive you have to sell your house or take other drastic financial action because you're being forced into a situation where you have to take action and it can just be soul crushingly expensive. It is what it is. You definitely want to avoid that. I mean, how do you avoid that? Why do pools break so much? They really don't break so much, but they appear to. Maybe let me ask you this question. Do you think cars break so much? Are cars a problem because they're breaking all the time? And like, I mean, I guess some makes and models would fit that description, but largely we find cars reliable and we utilize them for transportation and for having fun and such things. And the thing about them is they have a lot of moving parts, and those moving parts require maintenance. And you know that because you're driving your car, it starts making a squeak or a squeal or a bump or a hum or a thud or any other noise that you have to try to describe to your mechanic. You know what that means. That means dollars. You need to spend dollars fixing this car, maintaining something's wrong with it, it needs to be fixed. And you know, if you don't fix it, something else is going to break, and that other thing's probably going to be a lot more money. Well, you know what? A swimming pool is basically the same thing. And if you doubt me for a second, let's just start the comparison between a sports car and a swimming pool. It's a massive luxury and it's very expensive. So I think you'd agree so far, we're right there. They both have a lot of moving parts. Like you may or may not recognize that immediately, but as a swimming pool specialist, I know that there's so many things involved in a swimming pool. Even just swimming pool companies. You know, if I say to anybody, "Oh, I work with swimming pools." In their mind, I'm just a guy that scoops and vacuums swimming pools and pours like chlorine jugs into the pool and whatever. But you could be a pool engineer, you could be a structural engineer or a designer, or you could be a salesperson. You could sell hot tubs, you could build hot tubs, you could install hot tubs or pools. You could be a contractor, you could be a pool maintenance person, a service person, you could work in a pool store. I mean, the scope here, we're only touching on it. What about research and development and things like there's so many facets of the pool industry. Plumbers, electricians, concrete workers, steel workers, gas fitters. There's so many things all coming together. It's like a house or a car in this sense, in that it has a lot of moving parts. And those moving parts, any moving parts, require maintenance. Just so happens that your swimming pool requires chemistry as well, because you're creating this stagnant body of sterilized water, which is actually kind of like unnatural and hard to do. And you're fighting against external elements that are birds crapping in your pool, leaves that are blowing in, dirty kids doing cannonballs. All this stuff is wreaking havoc on the water chemistry that you're having to account for with regular testing and chlorine adjustments and adjustments to alkalinity, pH, things like this. So there's a lot of stuff going on there. But in addition to that, you have a pump, a filtration system, a pressurized plumbing system, a structure, a vessel which contains all of this water, which again is hard to do. Fiberglass, vinyl liner, or concrete, it's hard to retain 20,000 gallons of water perfectly without any leaking out or leaking in. It's actually pretty hard to do that. And so all of these different things, the gas fitters work, the electricians work, the plumbers work, the masons work, the contractors work, it all comes together and your pool is functioning. But the thing is it's not like a car. It doesn't leak oil. You don't hear a squeaky belt on it that needs attention. A lot of the problems with pools might go undetected. They might be an underground leak that you're not picking up on because you didn't know that the big crack that developed in your pool deck might be related to something like an underground leak. Little things like that. So you can miss the original symptom, you let the problem go unchecked, and now you're into that something larger, something more expensive breaking. Thus is the nature of pools. How they break and why they tend to break in a way which is a nightmare. If you just operate your pool and you ignore all the ways in which it's giving you signs or symptoms that something's wrong, you'll end up breaking very big, very expensive things. You can pretty much count on that. So the way that you avoid this situation entirely is just preventative maintenance. Keep your eyes open and attend to the repairs as you see them developing, usually entailing contacting a local pool specialist. There's many nuances to the pool industry. It's a very unique and interesting industry, but as a result, oftentimes your best bet is just contact the local professional. They know your area already. They know the way that pools were built in your area. They may know the guy that built your pool way back when it was built, and there's many things that you can know or infer because of that information. And because of that, a pro is usually worth their weight in gold when you're talking about a swimming pool and dealing with unusual problems with them. So pools don't break all the time. They break a normal amount of time for the fact that there's so many different moving parts all coming together and working together. But if you don't notice the symptoms of something breaking or something going wrong and attend to it in a timely fashion, you can pretty much count on something bigger, something more expensive breaking. If you found this information helpful, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you can check out my website, swimmingpoolsteve.com.